Hi all, welcome to the next session on MacLayer frame format, and we'll be also learning how this frame is being designed for the MacLayer, and then what are the contents of that particular frame, and then we will also understand how the addressing is done within this frame format. So let us move on to this session on wireless LANs to understand about the MacLayer frame format. We all know that if we take an wireless environment, that environment is very much noisy in nature, which means that whenever I transmit the frames, there can be corruption of the frame which can happen, or the frame can get corrupted. So due to that corrupted frame, what does the protocol actually suggest the source or the sender is that you have to retransmit back the same frame. So what we have to do during this particular instant of time, whenever we have to transmit back that corrupted frame, is it recommends for fragmentation. What is basically this fragmentation? Fragmentation means the large portion of the frame is divided into smaller ones, or a smaller chunk of data, or a small pieces of data. So these smaller pieces of data well within the frame, as and when it is getting transmitted one after the other, if one particular bit of that frame gets affected, so we can transmit that very small portion of the frame instead of transmitting the whole part of the data or the whole part of the frame. So in order to go with that, we have this particular frame format which is available in our MacLayer. Why is that we had went for this fragmentation process or going for this frame format is to deliver the data in an accurate way. So coming for the frame format which is available here, so we can see the frame format which consists of 9 fields. So what is the first field is the frame control field, which is of 2 bytes. Then we have the next field which is D field, that is duration field, which is of 2 bytes, and then 3 address fields which are of 6 bytes each, and then we have the next field which is sequence control field, which is of 2 bytes, and again I have got one more field which is address field, which is 6 bytes, and then at the next part we have the frame body. So the frame body is going to consist of information, so which is going to vary from 0 to 2312 bytes, and then we have the last bit which is 4 bytes, which is a frame check sequence. So this frame check sequence, as we all know, that it is going to help us to detect the error. So coming for the very first content, which is FC, that is the frame control block. So what is the job of this frame control field is that it is going to define the type of frame, which type of frame it is, and it will also provide us with some of the control informations which is very much required for us. So you can see this particular frame field or frame control field is further divided into the other subsections which are available here. So the very first one is the protocol version, which is of 2 bytes. So if we can understand, or if we can look at the first particular content of the frame control field, which is protocol version. So what is that version? Version is going to tell us that the current version is of 0. The version that we are trying to use now is 0, so which is of 2 bits, which means 0 and 0 will be present there. Then the next is the type of the frame that we are trying to transmit, or the type of the information that we have in that particular frame control field will be defined in our type. So which is going to tell us the type of information, which can be management information. If it is management information, so in the field of type it will be written as 0 and 0, and if it is control, it is written as 0 1, and if it is data information, then it is written as 1 0. So that is why the type is of 2 bits. Then we have the subtype. So what is this subtype? So depending on the type of the information that we are going to make use of, either whether it is a management information or it is a control information or it is a data information, depending on that we'll be having the subfields like for our handshaking signals RTS, CTS and acknowledgement. So those are represented with the help of 4 bits, so which is going to be there in the subtype. Then we have the next two fields which is of 1 bit each, that is toDS and fromDS. toDS refers to the distribution system and fromDS refers to the from distribution system. So if we can remember the infrastructure based architecture, will be having the BSS. So BSS will be having a centralized base station which we call it as an access point. This access points will get connected to a distribution system via an Ethernet connection. So from the distribution system we will be having the further connection being made to the internet or to the server. So what is that we are trying to look at is, we are trying to look at from whether I am having the connection being established from the distribution system or it is well within the given base station sets. So we will understand this very clearly next. And then we have the next one which is more flag. When it is set to 1, it means that I am going to make use of more number of fragments. And if at all I have the retry bit set to 1, which means I am going to retransmit the frame which has been corrupted. And then if it is power management bit, if I see, it is again 1 bit. So if it is set to 1, it means that the whole system or the whole frame is been set into the power management mode. And then due to this and then we have the next bit which is more data. So the more data is, if it is set to 1, it means that the station has more amount of information to be sent, to be transmitted. Then we have the next one which is WEP, wired equivalent privacy. So this is only 1 bit which will tell us or which will try to give us with an encryption implementation. So encryption is where we are trying to secure our data. So that information is done with the help of wired equivalent privacy. And then we have the last one which is RSVD, which is reserved bit, and it is, if it is again 1 bit. If it is set to 1, we are going to say that the whole frame is already reserved for us. That is, network allocation vector works with this kind of RSVD. Then coming for the next content. So the next content is we are trying to look at the field which is D. D refers to, as I already told, it is the duration of the transmission that is used to set the value of NAV. So if I want to say that my duration of time is 7 minutes or 10 minutes or 20 minutes, so that is being set by making use of these 2 bytes of the space that is given in this particular frame. So in this one control frame, this particular frame defines the ID of the frame as well as the time for which the duration for how long the transmission is being done with the help of that particular D bit. And then we have the next one which is the address bits. So address bits are address 1, address 2, address 3 and address 4. So we have all these 4 addresses which has been discussed next, which will tell us what kind of address mechanisms are we trying to implement. So there are 4 address fields, each of 6 bytes long. So the meaning of this means what is, each address field depends on the value of the 2 distributed systems and from distributed system subfields, and we will be discussing it shortly. Then we have the next byte of the field which is sequence control. This field defines the sequence number of the frame to be used during or in flow control. Then we have the next kind of the frame body, which is going to be the frame body which is of 2000 from 0 to 2312 bytes. It contains information based on the type and the subtype field that we have filled here in our FC field. So that will be the content which is going to be present in the frame body. And at the last we have FCS. This FCS is frame check sequence, which is of 4 bytes long, and then it is going to be CRC 32, which is used for error detection method. So that is about the frame content, which is what we are going to make, or the subfields which is going to be present in FC we have seen, and then we have also seen how the frame that is going to be present in a MAC layer. So we have looked at the frame types, that the frame types can be management frame, control frame, or data frame. What is this management frame? These frames are used for initial communication between the station and the access point. If at all the station wants to communicate with the access point, we are going to make use of the management frame. So these are the initial communication setups that has to be made between the station and the access point. Then we have the next type of frame, which is control frame. So control frames are used for accessing the channel and acknowledging frames. So if I want to have the access to be done to the channel, then what kind of control frame I have to make use of, and how do I send the, or how do I retransmit the acknowledgement for the received frame. So that is done with the help of this control frame. So we have one such case which is given here. So if you look at the control frame here, the control frame for RTS is different, the control frame for CTS is different. So what is this control frame for RTS? The control frame for RTS is of FC will be 2 bytes, D is 2 bytes, address and address is 6 and 6 bytes, and FCS is going to be 4 bytes. So whenever I am going to make a RTS, that is request to send, whenever I want to access that particular channel, what do I suggest, or what do I fill in the subfields of the addresses? I am going to fill the subtype address as 1011. And if I am going to make use of clear to send or acknowledgement type of addressing, in that address field 1, I will be filling it as 1100, which will represent as I am making there the channel is free, now you can send me the data, clear to send. And if I have received the data from the sender, then I need to acknowledge back. So that is done with the help of the address or the subtype value, which is filled as 1101. So these kinds of control frames are being used. For control frames, if the value of the type field is 01, the value of the subtype fields for frames will be as given below. So if at all it is going to be 01, then what are the subtype fields that it is going to carry? We have mentioned here, which is RTS, CTS, and acknowledgement. So depending upon whether you are going to send the RTS frame or you are going to send CTS or acknowledgement, the respective frame type will be transmitted. Then we have the next type of frames, which is data frames. Data frames are used for carrying data and control information. So whatever the data is present, that will be carried, as well as the control information, which basically means the acknowledgement information will be carried in that particular data frames. So that is about the control frames and the usage of the control frames. So now we are moving forward to look at what should be the content of these addresses. So the IEEE 802.11 mechanism, addressing mechanism, it specifies 4 cases depending upon what kind of the combinations of the flag bits that we are trying to use in the FC field, that is the frame control field that is given. Now say suppose these FC field, we have already seen that 2DS address, that is to the distributed system and from the distributed system, each are of 1 bit. So depending on the value of that particular field to be either 0 or 1, we have got 4 addresses, or we can interpret 4 different addresses within the MAC frame, and it depends on these values of the flag alone. So depending on that, if the 2DS and from DS is 0 and 0, the frame is going to be, first field will be the destination address, then the second is going to be the source address, and then it is going to be the basic service set ID, and NA refers to not applicable. And then we have 0 and 1, which means I am going to have the communication done with the through the access point. In the first case we have seen that it is only through the it is only between the source and the destination, which means basically it is there with respect to, or well within the BSS, the communication is happening between two stations. Now say suppose the source has to transmit the data to the access point. So from the source the data will be moved to the access point, from the access point the data will be then sent to the destination. So depending on this particular movement, I will be having the field being set as to distribution system is 0, but from distribution system is 1. So then we have the next one, which is 1 0. 1 0 refers to there is a transition which is happening from the either side. So what we will have is, in the very first field we will have the receiving access point, then the source, and then the destination. And then if the to distribution system is 1 and from distribution system is 1, the address in the first field is going to be the receiver AP, sending AP, and destination and source. So now let us look at the diagrams or the flow, how it is going to happen with this particular combination. So coming for the addressing mechanism here, so you can look at the case 1 which is given in A. So if in case 1 it is to DS is 0 and from DS is 0, this means the frame is not going to the distribution system. Yes, why? Because we are trying to make a transition well within the basic service set, and even it is not coming from the distribution system. That is why both to DS and from DS has been set to 0 and 0. Now if at all I want to set, or if at all whenever I set to DS and from DS to 0 and 0, then I will have this kind of addressing being done. The very first address bit will be, address 1 will be B, and address 2 will be A, address 3 will be BSS ID, and address 4 will be not applicable. And keep this in mind, if it is 0 and 0, no distribution system is involved here. It is well in between two stations. And the acknowledgement frame should be sent to whom? It has to be sent to the original source, which means it has to be sent to the system A or the station A. Then moving on to the next case, case 2. Say suppose there is some transition which has to come via our distribution system, which means there are two different stations which are trying to communicate from two different basic service set. So in such kind of transitions, I definitely need to involve an access point. I also need to involve an distributed system. So in that case, what will be the to address? It is 0, to distribution system is 0, but from distribution system it will be 1, because from that particular station it will be coming to the destination. This means what is basically happening here is the frame is coming from the distribution system. The frame is coming from an access point. It will first go to, it is coming from the distribution system to the access point, and from the access point it is going to the station. From here it will move to the station. So to have this kind of particular transition, we are going to set this as 0 and 1. The addresses are like 0 and 1. What will be the first bit? The first bit will be, as we have already seen in the table, the first address 1 will be of destination. Destination is who? It is B. And then the second address will be of sending AP, and the third address will be of the source, and the fourth address is not applicable. So the same addressing has to be followed if it is in between two base stations and with the inclusion of a distribution system. Now say suppose there is some data which has to be received. Now we have seen or looked at system where it has to be transmitted from a distribution system to the station. But now let us look at, there is some data which has to be received. So coming for this particular point, in this case we are setting the to address as 1 and the destination to from DS as 0. So in this particular case, what is that is going to happen is, now we have this particular case, the frame is going to the distribution system. Yes, from my system A it is going towards distribution system, and then the frame is going from an access point. Correct, it is going from an access point and then to the station. So now who has to be given the priority, or what should be set first? So according to the table, the first address should be always the receiving AP, which means the access point is receiving something from the station. And then what should be the field in the address 2? It should be the source, and then source here is A. And then coming for address 3, it is in the address 3 field it should be B, and address 4 it is going to be the not applicable kind of address field. And then who will receive the acknowledgement? The acknowledgement is always sent to the original station. But in the previous case, when it was set to 0 and 1, the acknowledgement will be received by the access point. But now here the acknowledgement will be sent to the original station A. Then we have the next case, that is when 2DS is set to 1 and from DS is also set to 1, which means I am making use of a wireless kind of distribution system, or the distribution system is wireless in nature. Then I have to include both the kinds of DSs. The frame is now going to go from one access point to another access point, from this access point 1 to access point 2 in a wireless distribution system. And the addressing system we need not define here like as we did already for the previous distribution system, because we know that whenever there is a communication which is happening through the distribution system and in between the access point, it is going to be the kind of wired LAN, which is nothing but it is going to make use of the Ethernet frame format or the Ethernet kind of addressing. So we need, how do we fill the address field 1 here? The address field 1 will be who will be the receiver. So receiving access point address will be filled, and who will be the sender. So that person's address has to be filled as sending AP, and then again the address 3 will be the destination address, which is B, and then address 4 will be the source, which is the source address A. So that is how it has to be filled, or that is how the frame has to be transmitted. So here we need 4 kinds of addressing. One is original sender and the final destination, and 2 intermediate access points. So the first 2 fields will be the access points and the next 2 fields will be the stations. So that is how this particular addressing is going to work. And in today's session we have learnt about how the frame format is present for the MAC layer, and then what are the subfields of the frame control, and then we have also looked into the different kinds of address mechanism which is existing when I want to communicate well within a BSS and in between a BSS via a DS and an AP. And whenever an AP is there as a sender thing, we have case 2, and when AP is going to act as a receiving kind of device, then we have case 3. And then whenever there is some transition which has to happen between 2 BSS and via 2 APs, whereas DS we are trying to consider it as an wireless distributed system. So it is going to basically act as an Ethernet for us, or it is going to act as an wired LAN. So depending on that, the address is been mentioned here. Hope you have understood the concepts of addressing. Happy learning. Thank you.